Hello, this is Roland. This is the fifth in a series of videos that I'm making about getting started. Getting started with a new life. And I'm titling them Shedding Shackles, which is my new theme. Shedding shackles. Shedding the shackles of the past that bind you to unhappy memories and negative emotions. Okay? So, if you want to become unbound, disentangled from those unhappy memories, then here's what you need to do. First of all, you have to find a way to stop reacting in the present to new situations that arise. When I say reacting, I mean becoming emotional, becoming upset, becoming way excited. See? Becoming nervous, becoming anxious, becoming angry. There it is, angry. Becoming resentful. Now, first you have to see, can you see that becoming angry, resentful, upset, can you see that those are not good? Can you see that the more emotionally you react to new situations, the less in control of your life you are? And that the anger and the resentment and the upset lead to being anxious, being fearful, being nervous, being worried. You see what I mean? So you ought to be leading your life, leading with reason and with patience, and not reacting. See, and being led by every situation that comes along. Now, most people are so reactive, they react to every little thing. If there's a delay in traffic, a car is moving slow in front of them, somebody doesn't say good morning to them, any little thing, bumping their knee on a chair, they react, get angry, get upset. See? And the anger and the upset and the resentment lead to what? Negative thinking. Then as soon as you fall into negative thinking, as soon as you fall into thought, you are in a mild trance state, basically a hypnotic trance. And we all know what hypnosis means. It means that you're being controlled by something on the outside. Okay? So you're being controlled by something on the outside, namely what happened. And you are in a state where you're more suggestible and more easily controllable by other things that come along. So that's not good. So that's the first thing that you need to do. And it helps. See, but you won't be able to do it. See, you won't be able to start getting control of your reactions unless you're willing to face the truth. See, most of us pretend to be calm. See, we're calm on the surface, but underneath we're all upset. See? Or we smile and say nothing, but underneath we're resentful. See? Or at work we put on a good show and we smile and act like we're in control, but then we get home and close the door and throw ourselves on the bed and start crying. See? So, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about really and truly not being upset. Okay? That's the way you need to be. But you won't be able to do that until you're willing to face the truth. See, the state of mind where you inherit the power to observe situations without reacting to them, where you inherit patience, that state of mind, okay, is the non-hypnotized state. It's the state where you're close to your intuition, where you're centered. Okay? And in religious parlance, where you're closer to God. That's the state that you need to be in. But to be in that state, you have to be willing to realize truth. See, most people don't want to realize the truth. They prefer lies. Warm, cozy, comforting lies and reassurance. Okay? They don't want to know the truth about their own selfishness, their own sneakiness, their own pridefulness, their own impatience. They don't want the truth. See? That's why people become angry. People become angry if you confront them with the truth, which seems odd because you would think if something is true, well, then the person would say, well, thank you very much for that. It's right, I have been such and such, and thank you. Like a good math student is glad when his error is pointed out. He's glad because now he sees the error and he won't make the error anymore, so he can solve the problem. You have to have that same attitude. Now, admittedly, we're born prideful. And since you're born prideful, you have an inherent ego nature that bristles, see, and tends to reject the truth and prefer lies. You inherit that. You can't help it. Nevertheless, okay, you can do this. When you see the truth about yourself, okay, if your child comes up to you with a little question, you become impatient. You say, leave me alone, I'm on the phone. You're impatient. The child goes away and cries. When the child cries, it makes you aware of your own impatience, your own lack of love. See? You become aware of that, and it's painful to see it. But at that moment, if you simply see the truth about your own impatience and regret what you see about yourself, and don't try to deny it, and don't try to escape into thinking or daydreaming or escape into something to eat or someone to talk to or texting. You just sit there and bear the little bit of pain of seeing the truth about yourself. And don't resent it. That's the key, without resenting it. You see the truth about yourself, you wish you weren't that way, you know you can't change yourself, you regret what you see, okay? And you don't resent seeing it. That's the attitude of mind where you stop resenting truth and are willing to see the truth, even though it can be a bit painful. That's the attitude that will permit you then to go out in the world and learn to face situations without becoming upset and angry and resentful. Because you'll be closer to the light, closer to the source of patience, closer to the source of understanding, closer to the source of forbearance and kindness. See? And wisdom. Okay? Of course, that's what my meditation helps you to do also. It teaches you how, basically, to sit still and come out of your daydreams and get closer to that state of mind, that prayerful state of mind, where you're closer to God. Okay? So that's the first thing you need to do. This is a very good video. You can listen to this over and over again and get my easy meditation, which is free, and that may be all you need to get started on your new life. Then the other thing you need, which will come naturally, see, if you can learn to sit still, okay, and observe your thoughts without falling into the thought stream. And then when you fall into the thought stream, which comes from being upset, incidentally, or having been upset, and then see that you're falling into the thought stream and then snap out. You're back in the present again, back closer to your intuition. If you can learn to do that, then as a natural course, you will then also inherit the power that when a memory comes along of someone who you resented in the past, for example, someone you were angry at in the past, someone who did you wrong in the past, or a past situation where you failed and you resent seeing it, now you'll be able to observe that without falling into it and resenting it all over again and being upset all over again. You'll be able to calmly observe it and perhaps see the truth about what happened, okay, and regret it, but then move forward. But now your mistake is that you fall into the thought stream, fall into the memory, fall in, see? So, in a nutshell, those are the things you need to do, okay? And I have resources to help you. If you have the kind of attitude where you're willing to admit the truth, okay, then you can start to get control of your life and move forward to a new life based upon patience and understanding, okay, increasing patience, increasing understanding, and increasing joy. My name is Roland.